talk about it. It's an unbelievable environment, the setup, the pre-game, the songs they choose, everyone feet, like it's just a great vibe, and no doubt Case would have been down there pumping his feet and getting amongst the locals.
I'm just thinking, I'm more interested to know how long Case is staying for after this game. I reckon he's got a day or two in him in Tasmania, a little trip to Salamanca or something like that. Could really make his presence felt.
ADELAIDE na tayo.
Got some work to do. Soto tips it in.
Well, that'll work. The ball inside, attack the paint, hopefully draw some fouls and be more
Through someone more creaky, Adelaide. They need to make someone a focal point.
I just think it's the early exits, finding the short roller. They did a pretty good job. Clark and DJ in that middle pick and roll. The hard show, the short roller, and then you got 45 coming down the middle. So I think that's where they're going to find a little bit of fluidity.
I think he's got the leading.
Nice steal by Cleveland.
Around the back, foul happened here.
Jet dived on the loose ball, but there was a foul before that. The steal from Cleveland.
They're calling the foul on Magnay at halfway to cause a turnover. But
I don't mind that either. I like that. Let it go a little bit, see what happens. Don't want to blow it too early in case Antonius Cleveland has something in transition. But
Shoutout po sa mga nanonood. Shoutout po sa inyo lahat. Sa mga magpapa-shoutout po, pakilagay na lang po sa comment section.
1 of 6 in too many halves, so I expect him, as he started here, with a great steal, and defense for Adelaide ignites their offense, and I expect him to have a big third and then a big fourth quarter.
Franks got it.
There's your man. He's got an earpiece in, I reckon. He's listening to you.
Well, he's been their focal guy. He's been a focal guy, so get him the ball. He makes great decisions, but he's such a great scorer. So he's got a mismatch every time he touches the ball, and he needs to see it.
20 and 13 on Sunday. It was a huge focal point offensively in their loss to New Zealand. Doyle. It's deep from McCarron.
Nice defense and nice rebound for Kai Soto.
CJ Bruton continues to work the officials over.
CJ's going to need some soothers after this game. His throat's going to be cooked, but
Pasay, Kai.
He needs some energy from his players. You shouldn't need your coach to be that up and about. Like, this should be player driven. Where are the other guys
sayang.
Up and about and help and provide that noise? Obviously, we've mentioned how loud it is in that arena. Guys on the bench have to get involved and participate in this whole thing as well. You can't just have your coach. Obviously, CJ's going to do that. He did that in his whole playing career, but help the man out. Otherwise, he won't see the end of the game. He's gassed.
Get him a water.
His GPS numbers will be high. He's worked that sideline all night.
Kailangan mag-step up na dito si Kai Soto.
Tasmania by 5. Both teams playing in their heritage strips tonight.
Nice defense. Pumasok pa yun.
Was just so prolific in that mid-range. Can find you on that short roll, can get on the rim. He obviously has that three-point game, but coming down on that right hand.
Franks for 3. Pumasok.
Robert Franks has had enough.
Nice one.
You're not going to give him the ball.
4 points lead na lang. 4 points lead na lang hinahabol ng Adelaide.
He's up to 14.
We'll just get the man the ball, please.
Knocked down from Kelly with a hand in the face.
I mean, you live with that if you're Adelaide. That's a tough, long.
Shoutout po dyan sa mga nanonood ngayon sa live natin. Pa-support na lang po ako ng live natin, idol, ng channel ko. Thank you po sa inyo. Jem Suba, shoutout sa iyo from Baguio City. Thank you po sa panonood, idol. Pa-support po tayo, idol.
Just catch and shoot, and he's feeling good, so that thing's going to go up and it's going to go down.
So what should have happened the following play, Gibbo?
Well, I think Mitch McCarron or whoever has the ball, everyone on the floor should know that he's just made 2 threes in a row. That it shouldn't just be the point guard, but if Mitch McCarron comes in and orchestrates some kind of offense to get at least let him touch the ball. Because Tassie, they'll over-rotate, they'll help, knowing that he's now scored twice. But to not even let him touch the ball it's unacceptable.
Kai for defense. Nice one. Hirap na hirap sila pag nandiyan si Kai sa ilalim, eh, no?
Forced into a tough one. McCarron surveys all options, goes with the left hand and scores himself.
Apat na lang inahabol ng Adelaide. What? Foul pa yun?
What is that? Just go back to that, what Gibbo was talking about, Creaky. What does that communication look like on the court during the game when you've got a guy like Franks who's starting to get going? You're a leader in your team. Is that up to you as well as the point guard to communicate that?
I think it is a little bit. It's part and parcel of being a professional. You need to be able to read the game. You need to be able to read situations, and especially if it's Robert Franks. He's a marquee guy. He's an absolute superstar scorer in this league. You need to understand that if that man makes a layup, gets a deflection, has a positive impact in the game in any manner, the next one needs to go through him. And if he hits one shot, it's going to him. If he hits two shots and you run down that third one and he gets a shot up, as a defender, you're like, boys, someone else has to beat us right now because the best player on the court that we all know is kicking our ass. So we have to make sure that we're really locked into him. But also you got to understand that if you are that guy and you are hot, you need to do everything you can to try and space the floor or be able to make a play on that offensive end and get that ball in your hands.
Look, Creek, that was a politically correct answer, but if that's Mitch Creek with the Phoenix and he just made two shots, you better guarantee he should get the ball, at least touch it. So that's any great player, any main player in your team.
Pakilagay lang po sa comment section.
Yeah, there was the
Kaya ko pa. Thank you po sa panonood. 3, pumasok. Ah, hindi. Sayang.
Now that doesn't mean if you're open like that, Mitch McCarron layup, that's a great take. If you have the option to just attack the hoop, obviously you take that, but if it's
Nice steal.
And it's in the half court, you've got to get your guy the ball.
And this will be one that the Jack Jumpers might consider. McDaniel stepped in. How's that for an outfit?
November.
You see Cleveland, his activity on the defensive end now. Is they called a block or is that a hands foul?
It's called a block.
Blocking foul. Tinawag.
That's a flip of the coin, isn't it? No one?
That's a great look there, Creaky.
That's a stash.
Looks like Mitch Creek probably see a challenge.
Yeah.
I reckon you had hair like that when you had that mullet.
52-46. Lamang pa rin yung Jack Jumpers ngayon.
I reckon you could find a fighter of Creaky back in the day.
6-point lead pa rin.
Idiots on set. Just clean these guys up.
Mind you, when we get to show Gibbo's
5.53 minutes pa yung natitira ngayon sa third quarter.
Can we get an airdrop?
That's as big a bowl cut as you're going to see that one.
Shoutout sa mga nanonood ngayon. Pa-support naman po tayo ng channel natin, idol.
Sam McDaniel. The big question will be, was he established?
Well, these are always the hardest ones, and Scott Butler would know better than anyone, but does he establish legal guarding position?
His right foot's still coming in and he's on his tippy toes, and that might be the millimetre difference to not overturn this one. You can see takes it down the middle, but
Delikado yung pagkakabagsak nito ni Cleveland, ah.
Cleveland's off the ground. It could be a block.
Flip of a coin for me. I don't know how they...
Could be a charge, could be a travel, could be a missed shot. I don't know.
You're right, though. This is one of the toughest calls in the game, isn't it, this one?
Oh, 100%. Like, it's 50-50. If he's a half millimetre second quicker, whatever, then it's probably a dead set charge. But is he just moving? Is he there before he takes off?
Officials tonight, Craig Copes, Mitch Hare, and our senior official, Vaughan Mabry, who we'll hear from in a moment.
Coach's challenge is unsuccessful. The fall on the floor is confirmed. The blocking foul on McDaniel.
Ayun, blocking foul yung tinawag.
Tassie fans love that one.
So you see, he's just, obviously just doesn't quite establish his feet, doesn't get there quick enough, and like I said, if that's a split second quicker, then it's probably a charge, but always a tough one for the officials.
Let's find out everything we need to know about that call. You can see Butler, the head of the officials in the replay centre. Scott, take us through that call.
Hey Jack, as you can see, that play is super close. When you break it down, it's not clear, not completely clear that the defender is directly in front, and there's still some movement as the shooter gets off the floor. So I've gone with the shooter here and actually called the blocking foul on the play.
Great, thank you very much, Scott. Hopefully that clears things up a little bit.
Yeah. I like that. I mean, if that was me shooting the layup, I love that call. If I'm Sam McDaniel, I don't like that call.
Balik yung bola sa Adelaide. Nakakuha pa ng foul.
Adelaide within 5. The Jack Jumpers just before halftime or going in.
Another 2 free throw na naman kay Cleveland. Ay, 1 lang, 1.
They've done well to hang around. Cleveland's not having his
Jello Rivera, shoutout sa iyo, boss. Thank you po sa panonood. At pa-support na rin po, idol.
What you want to do on the road is just stay close enough when it comes last quarter, last 5 minutes, and give yourself a chance.
Milton Doyle had a little bit of room, and that's all that he needed.
As Milton Doyle takes his tie up to 14 right. Can't give that man any daylight. They did a pretty good job in the first half trying to keep
Babad ngayon si Guy Soto, no?
Made a few plays now, got in that mid. Nice little pull-up three there.
Nice 3 by Frank. Nakakailang Frank.
Mitchell Creek.
Solid yung laro niya ngayon, no?
Yeah, look, if you're not touching the ball, I'm going to call CJ
4 points lead.
right now.
Points on. Seven from the field. He's now the leading scorer in the game.
6 of 17.
Oh, anong nangyari sana?
That's what that meant.
Doyle wins it back. Majet from the corner. It's good.
We're going to feel good from the Jet. He hasn't been able to get going. 2 of 9 now. And that'll be a relief to see that one as little guard-to-guard action and fairly decent contest, but obviously Milton Doyle is too good.
There's that same pop action wide open for those threes. If you're Tasmania, you might need to look just to switch that. Give him a different look. He's shooting the ball really well, not really putting the ball on the floor out of the post just yet. He's not killing you from there, so I think if you're Tassie, try and switch up the defense a little bit.
58-51, lamang pa rin yung 7. Ang lamang ng Tasmanian.
It's the voice of the competition's leading scorer, Mitch Creek.
Still nasa loob pa rin ng court si ano.
Move the table.
He's going to get the ball.
That's that arm day that we were talking about. Too strong.
Yeah.
Galloway.
Great shooter too.
Galloway straight in.
Nice 3 by Galloway.
Franks just rubs off straight onto Galloway.
Aaron Galloway is a 3-man. Should be able to switch a lot of their action. Should be able to rebound and run as Milton. Oh, that is his
Yun,
top
binawi.
half outside the 3-point line.
Ganda ng laban. So ayun, pasensya na po sa signal natin mga idol. Pagtiyagaan na lang natin.
Oh, Western shootout right
At
here,
least, meron tayong napapanood na live.
Let them two go at it. But there's Galloway.
Sa mga magpapa-shoutout dyan, pakilagay na lang po sa comment section. Thank you po.
Today, you can go to Tassie and join the party.
We could live with that for the rest of the game.
Absolutely.
Oh, see, should have shot a 3. That's right.
There's Majet on the move for Tasmania. Doyle.
Why not?
Got it!
2-5.
10-point lead once again for the Jack Jumpers. They are letting it fly with success.
Milton Doyle, as you see the replay, you can hear CJ yelling hand. As that's just too much space right in front of Ian Clark.
Shooter tong si Calvo eh, no?
Sunday dish, it's a half second too soon.
Nakakailan ng 3-point yan, ah.
You guys bang bang from the 3-point line.
That's 20 for Milton Doyle.
10 na yung lamang.
36 is something to think about. 3 minutes and 33 seconds.
Mahaba pa yung oras, 3 minutes pa.
We mentioned round that starts next Wednesday here in the Hungry Jacks NBL. This is what the Tasmania Jack Jumpers are wearing, paying tribute to the Devils, Gibbo. Take us through it as a youngster growing up in Tasmania.
Look, to be honest, I'm not that old, so I don't remember kind of going to watch because I was obviously really young when they were around. But like I said, we wore those very similar uniforms all through my state.
Raymark Mahusay, shoutout sa'yo from
This brings back so many
Compostela
memories
Valley, Davao. Thank you po sa panonood, Idol. Pa-support po tayo, Idol, ha. Thank you po.
Back to them, to the Devils, and I'm going to try and get one of those. You reckon I can get my hands on one of those?
Absolutely you can. You're one of Tasmania's greats. Surely you can get your hands on one. And you can get your hands on one of these, just like Andrew Gaze. I'm not sure if anyone's aware, but Andrew Gaze is driving one of the MGZ SUVs at the moment. Ask and you shall receive, and he's loving it. You can enter now at nbl.com.au/winmg.
No wonder we don't know he's driving it. It's electric. Don't make any noise.
You don't hear him.
Daisy pulls up. All you hear is the door close.
Ay, support lang tayo sa kababayan natin, mga idol.
Terrible taste.
Yeah, it's got his Fiji. Bit of air supply and all that sort of stuff. Krislovic controlled that. Advantage of the Jack Jumpers. Big 3 minutes on the way to three-quarter time. McVeigh. Off to Majet, back to McVeigh. Look, but that one doesn't go.
Well, that's great offense. Jack McVeigh's renowned for coming up to set the screen and slipping out for a three. And
Daniel Johnson.
That's great offense there by
Nice 3 points. Nakabawi rin.
The defense, and Daniel Johnson's putting a nice game together.
Rin yung lamang, no?
Get some points on the board.
Yep. Speaking of threes, that time for Steindl, and maybe a push in the back against Krislovic.
As we see, Ian Clark just draws all the attention, too much help, and you cannot leave Daniel Johnson open on the three-point line. He's done that his whole career. He's been so reliable as he steps in and knocks down his second three of the game.
Nice response from Johnson. He had 3 points and did not make a field goal on Sunday against the Breakers. To the point where down the stretch, CJ Bruton didn't go with him, went with Kai Sotto. He's hit back hard tonight.
Just helping Drew Mick understand that he travelled.
Let it go.
CJ Bruton might have been thinking about that one.
Well, can you challenge your travel? I guess you can.
Let's see why not.
Probably got a tough one, but probably any player Craig is going to say they didn't travel.
Yeah.
Krislovic hustling on the offensive glass and scores.
Krislovic has been huge tonight. Just second chance opportunities galore for him. Great job. Went with the fadeaway. He had the little left hook and he said, you know what? I like fading away off 1 foot. Made a beautiful play.
Jack Jumpers ball. Not letting Adelaide get any closer than 4 or 5 points. They kept enough distance for the entire game.
What do you reckon, Gibbo? A bit of a tropical chicken whopper on the way home?
We hear Scott Roth there. He's wanting to bring the ball in quick, so potentially they could have been off Tassie, but smart play just to get the ball in quick so they can't review it.
And I think that's a yes to the burger, Tricky, by the way.
Yeah, it sounded like a yes to me.
Absolutely.
It sounded good to me.
Say less.
Big block by Galloway. It's always a yes. Galloway flashes to the cup and gets that to go. He's having an impact.
Well, he has, and CJ has ultimate confidence in Galloway. You mentioned that last game, he's an athlete. 2 blocks in a row.
He did this a few games ago too. He had about 4 or 5 blocks just a couple games ago and made a huge impact at the defensive end. But here playing both ends of the floor as DJ's a little unlucky.
Sean McDonald. Haven't seen a lot of him in this third quarter. He's the one that really changed the game in that second quarter. 3 threes.
Yeah, he's been great, and big last minute here. Adelaide can get a stop, get a score, bring it back to 1 or 2 possessions.
Earlier tonight, Melbourne United went to New Zealand and got the chocolate. 77-65 over the Breakers. It's just throwing the ladder into even more chaos. The race towards the play-in series. McVeigh feet set. You know the rest.
Well, just again a breakdown by Adelaide. Just some bad communication, bad switching, and then you can't leave Jack McVeigh open.
17 for McVeigh. Game's leading scorer is Milton Doyle with 20. Clock for the 36ers. Detch from the free throw line.
Great take by Sunday. Adelaide with 1 foul to give here. We'll see if they use it at the right time to slow. That's it.
Little action here. As you can see, Kelly with the dive. You can't have any of these breakdowns against the Jack Jump, especially any quarters, especially that man, Jack McVeigh.
Galloway at the pump. It sets up. At My State Bank Arena, 3-quarter time. It's the Jack Jump.
Ayun, shoutout po sa mga nanonood ngayon ng live natin, no? Support po tayo ng channel natin, mga idol. Sa mga magpapa-shoutout po, pakilagay na lang po sa comment section, mga idol. Pasensya na po sa mga hindi na shoutout. Maximo Mebelin, thank you po. Marami pong salamat, idol. Start na po tayo, 4th quarter.
They get close, then Tassie just step up and make some plays, knock down a couple of shots. As Milton
Start
Doyle
na
had a
po ang
great
4th quarter.
Through this man.
Ayan, nasa
Yeah, you got to be right
first
now.
5 ulit siya na, si Kai Soto.
You know, got really, really hot.
Bersa Berdo Jr., shoutout po sa inyo from San Miguel, Bulacan. Thank you po sa panonood, idol. Pa-support tayo, idol. Pa-subscribe ako.
Adelaide's offense is going to suffer a little bit, so I think play through him a little bit, let him screen, pop, force rotations, and off him just a little bit.
Pagtyagaan na lang po muna natin yung signal natin. Medyo mabagal na po. At least meron tayong live.
4 of their last 6. 3 of them I stayed back. Kelly. Short, Mitch McCarron. Adelaide skipper with the rebound. Soto. Over the top of Kelly. Battles out. Tasmania. Walk it up and get what they're looking for. McVeigh's foul.
Talagang inaalat ngayon yung kababayan natin.
It's a great attack by Jack too. End of the last quarter. Has a really nice play. Hits a 3 as the end of the game, as the end of the quarter closes, and just there catches Robert Franks sleeping a little bit and walks right by him.
17 points. Nicked at 18. 7 of 14 from the field. 6 rebounds as well. Plus 9 in his time on the floor. Lead goes back to 10. Karen. Everything except finish.
Well, it's a good take by McCarron. He just unfortunately missed that left-hand layup. As Case, I just want to ask you, you've been around Adelaide for a long time. What do they have to do to try and get Robert Franks more involved? He's obviously having a great game as he pulls up for a 3 and right on cue knocks it down. Is it as simple as just come down and just don't even pass it, or what do they need to do to get him more involved and more touches of the ball?
Yeah, look, it's been a problem all year, I think, for them, Gibbo. They've got so many weapons that they can go to that they sometimes forget that Robert Franks is there, and they really can't afford to do that. I think he needs to be proactive as well. He might want to take a leaf out of Leonard Copeland's book and just, once he gets the ball, don't pass it back. Just take it upon himself and just keep it going as long as he can. But full credit to the Jack Jumpers here. Their defence has been excellent again tonight. They've kept Adelaide off the free throw line. In the 2 games they played earlier this year, Adelaide took 24 and 17 free throws. They've taken 8 so far in this game, well down on their season average.
Coach will be watching. He'll get you, Case.
You see the Amy replay, just one-on-one, just little hesitation, little through the legs, step back. That's a nice shot there by Robert Franks, and he's feeling it. So I agree with the Case. Maybe does have to take a leaf out of Cope's books, because
Ayusin lang natin,
Coach
Idol.
would never pass if he was 7 of 9 from the field, 4 or 5 from the 3-point line. He's just going to come down and get it. The thing, great point. If that was Cope's,
Wala nang signal.